Now, no disrespect to the teams, but I'm hoping for Dynamo Kyiv or perhaps Hoffenheim. How are they doing in the Bundesliga right now? 7th, with some decent players, but I think a team we could take. And as for Dynamo Kyiv, yeah, I definitely think we could take them as well. But knowing our luck again, it's probably going to be City or Arsenal. Let's find out who we've got. Just the two teams I don't want are the English teams. Let's find out who we've got. First tie, Lazio versus Inter, all-Italian affair. And that's the team I wanted. Yes, that's the team I wanted. Dynamo Kyiv in the last day. Oh, that is absolute. This is a dream draw. This is a dream draw. The tension, the pressure on Cardiff City. We arrive in Ukraine for the first leg of the Europa League quarter-final against Dynamo Kyiv for what is sure to be a feisty atmosphere here in Ukraine. I publicly declared on national television this is the team I wanted, but on the back of 3 defeats in domestic football, which saw us fall outside the top 4 with 7 games to go, and then get knocked out of the FA Cup in the semi-finals by Liverpool on the weekend. The pressure right now is on our shoulders big time. We have to get a solid first leg result tonight, otherwise we're in deep trouble and we may not make the Champions League for next season. So heading into the game, let's get straight to it. The atmosphere, oh my goodness, is electric tonight in Ukraine. The Ultras, they're up for it. And here we go, Dynamo Kyiv away, and this is our team for the game. 4-2-3-1 is our lineup right now on the injury report. Of course, because you know Gonzalez is out the calf strain, and probably won't see him again until perhaps the beginning of May, depending on how quickly he recovers. And also Kimpembe, as we know, is still done for the season as well. This is our lineup, 4-2-3-1. Henderson, after his fantastic performance at Wembley, does stay in goal, and the back four is now Sessegnon holding João Carlos, the 19-year-old, getting a start. He shouldn't really have the red arrows, and a drop in determination as well. Dear oh dear. And Stefano at right back. Midfield duo Ward-Prowse and McKennie. And attacking midfield trio Rabiota on the left, Elneny through the middle, and Jason, the captain, is back in the starting 11 for his first start since that hip injury. And Pedro Antonio is going to lead the line tonight, the 20-year-old Portuguese striker, due to Maria's struggles in big games. And on the bench, Onana, Geordie, Ferguson, McTominay, Sterling, Woodburn, and Maria as well. So first game, it's Dynamo Kyiv. You see our tactics to the game tonight. We're going to much lower the tempo in this game and try and kill the atmosphere in the first 20-25 minutes. Try and take the crowd out of the game and then gradually increase it as the game goes on. So first game, Dynamo Kyiv. The first leg of the Europa League quarter-final. Lose this and we're in big trouble. Some decent players in that Dynamo Kyiv team. Conor Hurricane, quite interesting. Panchenko, that new gen / regen attacking fielder we looked at previously, although he's playing deeper in this team with Gonzalez on the left. They've got Markovic on the right-hand side as well. But again, I think we're the favourites for the game, but on the back of 3 straight defeats, well, I'm not as confident as before, let's just say that. So I'm going to say to the boys, I'm going to keep it calm in the dressing room. Keep it calm. Don't go assertive or passionate or aggressive. Just keep it calm. And I'm going to say to the boys here, I know how hard you're all working to end this poor run of form. Today's the day. Come on, today's the day. Tonight's the night. Get a big first leg result here. A couple of away goals to take back to Wales. And I'll be delighted. Come on, boys. First chance of the game coming forward, Dynamo Kyiv, but Sessegnon robs Gonzalez, will get it back and pass out from the back as Holding finds Ward-Prowse. And again, keep the tempo low inside the first 20 minutes, guys. Lanes to Pedro Antonio, back to Rabiota, just keep holding the ball and dominate possession, and right on cue we give it away and straight back to Kyiv, but we'll get it back ourselves. João Carlos to Jason, down the right hand side, first start since that lengthy hip injury. The cross to Pedro Antonio was good, but our number 9 fires it wide. We've missed him so much. Just can't overstate how big of a blow it was to see him go down again. Elneny's cross. Oh, it might be a penalty. I think it's a penalty. It's a VAR. And it's a penalty for Cardiff City. And 8 minutes, oh my God, 8 minutes into the game. Jason, with the noise deafening here in Kyiv, has ice in his veins. The captain puts us in front with his 4th for the year. Dynamo Kyiv 0, Cardiff City 1. You hear the whistles around the crowd as Jason puts it into the top corner. That's my captain, 1-0 Cardiff. Skipper, if you want to retire at the end of the season, mate, I won't even ask you to reconsider it. for all you've done for this club. If you want to retire at the end of the year due to these injury problems, I'll let you go. I will let you go. You've done more than enough for this club. Panchenko through and Dean Henderson again. Brilliant save, turns behind for a corner. At Wembley, he was phenomenal. And another fine save keeps us in the league. It was a big decision not to put Onana between the sticks for this game and recall our number one. But as I mentioned in the last episode, Henderson in the big games, he comes good. And as Rabiota has robbed his man, there's a chance for the Italian to go all the way. Piero Rabiota! We sent him to the San Siro as a 19-year-old boy and he's returned as a man. The Italian robs Samaris on the halfway line and he goes all the way and takes on himself. Shocking defending from Kyiv. They're pushed way too high up the pitch and Rabiota drills in the bottom corner, keeps his composure, and the Italian has given us the 2 away goals we wanted tonight. In the first half, it could become 3. Jason's corner headed away, but straight to the kid and back to the captain down the right hand side, and then goes across. Pedro Antonio fires it just wide. What a first half. Well, this is the response we were looking for tonight. And at half-time, we lead by 2. We've executed this game plan to perfection as well. 58% possession, 85% pass completion ratio. We've taken the crowd out of the game, and we lead by 2 in Kyiv. So, not going to make any change to the team. Jason's getting a little bit tired out there, and of course, his match shots is horrible as well. But I think I'll leave the captain on, as in that first 45 minutes, he did what he needed to do, converting that penalty and setting us on our way. So, no change at the break. Keep things as they are. Do I say to the boys, don't get complacent? Or do I say nothing? I think nothing. I think I'll say nothing. Just leave things as they are and let them go out there themselves. Obviously, in previous versions of FM, if you'd ever say to the boys at half-time when you're winning, things are going well, keep it up, it was basically a self-destruct button. You know, in the second half, any former FM players tell you, in the second half, your team would just totally capitulate. But right now, as we lead by 2, I feel very confident we get a third goal if we keep this up. And I'm very tempted soon to up the tempo and really put Dynamo Kyiv on the ropes. We still lead by a couple of goals, but I'm not ruling out them getting back into this game. But tonight, Rob Holding and the kid João Carlos have done very well. Only 1 lapse of concentration allowed them in, but Henderson bailed them out. Jason to Alenya, and that's a great ball by the Spaniard. And Stefano's cross is blocked, and Sofiane Boufal wins it back. Peruzzi shut down by Jason, and he's forced into clearing it straight to Alenya. And Pedro Antonio selflessly found Rabiota. That was the chance for his second and our third. I'm going to bring Jason off now, and I'm going to bring on Sterling for more pace down that right-hand side. And I'm tempted to bring on Paleo Maria right now. I really am. What I'm going to do, though, is tell the boys now to higher the tempo. Let's higher the tempo now and try and get a couple quick chances in the final 20 for a third goal. Should I bring McTominay for McKennie as well? More energy through the middle of the park. Not against doing that. I think I'll leave it. Just Jason off, Sterling on. More pace down the right. Let's see if it works. So I've just brought on Maria for Antonio. However, as we're approaching the final few minutes of the game, as McTominay for McKennie will be our final sub. I think that might well do it unless we get one late chance here for a third goal. And what a first leg result this will be. Just don't concede a goal now. Don't concede a goal and allow Kyiv back in this time, because we've done what we need to do in the first leg. And a third goal could kill off the contest. Alenya. There it is. There it is, with a minute to go. Carlos Alenya, one of our players of the season, has possibly given us 1 foot in the semi-finals. Rabiota rolls it to the Spaniard, and Carlos, with such great agility and such great technical prowess too, dribbles inside, puts it into the back of the net. What a textbook performance from the lads from South Wales. Dynamo Kyiv 0, Cardiff City 3, and on the back of 3 straight defeats, losing our place in the top 4 in the league. Alenya could have made it 4. Going out of the FA Cup in the semis, not retaining the trophy. What a way to respond here in Ukraine. That was inch perfect. Fantastic performance. Look at the body language of my team. On the back of 3 straight defeats, what a response. They're motivated, they're confident, they're composed, and they're convinced. And I tell you what, the back line tonight deserves special props too. João Carlos and Rob Holding, the CB duo. Not Jordi and Kimpembe, but a 19-year-old and an English centre-half we don't play too much. Fantastic duo tonight. And like I say to the boys, absolutely passionately, that was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance, but you played magnificently. Congratulations. Instead, like I say, people have written us off today, and you proved them all wrong, because they had after 3 straight defeats. They're expecting another choke, but instead, well done on a great result, an excellent performance, and again, I'd say now we're 90 minutes away from a place in the Europa League semi-final. Arsenal and City drew 1-1 in the other tie, Lazio beat Inter 3-0, and Hoffenheim held off Schalke to win 1-0 in the first leg around the other ties too. What a performance! And we are seeing the transition of Rabiota from boy to man this season as well. You know, last season sent him out to the San Siro, and you saw 4 goals and 4 assists in 15 games, helped him finish in second place in the Serie A. I mentioned I was willing to loan him out in the summer, but for some reason, once I did loan him out, once I did offer him to clubs, all the interest was dropped. So instead I thought I'll keep him here, and instead it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because this year has been great. 14 games in the Premier League, 3 goals and 2 assists as well. And in Europe too, look at that, 5 goals and 4 assists in 8 European matches for the kid this year. He's coming into his own. He's described as a wonder kid. I'd prefer a few more green arrows, but for the most part, no complaints. This guy is a star on the rise. You were superb with the number and quality of chances created in the last match. Keep it up. I appreciate that, thanks. I'll continue to work hard and impress you. Yes, please do. Please continue to work hard, Pierre. And I've just forgotten as well. Can we give Jason some props too? That was Jason's first start since the hip injury. In fact, that was only one of his first starts of the season. When you consider how injury plagued he's been this year, how many starts has he had before today? Was that his first one? No, he had 5 starts in the Premier League and 2 in the Cup as well. But either way, his first start in Europe. And what a display for us. His only game in Europe was this season, and the captain led by example. If you want to retire at the end of the season at 32 years old, Jason, I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. He's taken several steps back in his footballing ability over the last 3 months. We know that. Apparently, he's only a good player for most Sky Bet Championship sides. That's bollocks, of course it is. But we know he'll always enjoy a big game, Jason. If you want to retire at the end of the season, we won't begrudge it. I won't even ask you to reconsider. You've done so much for this club, mate. You deserve to hang up your boots, and I'll give you a nice bonus on the way out too. And when I say bonus, I mean a coaching job, obviously. Like, if Jason retires and he doesn't take up a non-footballing role, he doesn't want to become a staff member, I'll be absolutely gutted. I want this guy as at least a youth coach next season. If he retires, that is, obviously. Which, again, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I said on Twitter, it might be best if he does retire due to all these injuries. He can't keep himself fit now. He's in his 30s. He's not got that much magic left in him, but he still, again, can come good when we need him to. Case in point right there. And as Liverpool beat Huddersfield by 5-0. Chelsea did lose to United, but they're still 10 points clear of us. Doesn't really matter now. As you can see, there's 7 games to go in the league for us. We are 8 points off Arsenal. We only have 1 game in hand. But the team you'd say we've got a better chance of catching is Liverpool in 3rd place right now. We've got 3 games in hand on the Reds. Win them all, and we'll only be behind them on goal difference. So our next game is QPR. I'm going to play it off camera, but hopefully we'll get the win. And before we play that second game against Dynamo Kyiv, I'll show you what happened. And as we are about to move into the second leg and our final game of today's episode, just to let you know what happened on the weekend against Queen's Park Rangers. As you can see, we won by 4-0 back in Wales. And it was an interesting game because, as I mentioned throughout the entire save, if there's one thing I want improved above all others for FM20, it's improved goalkeepers. And this game was a clear example as to why. Weston McKennie set a new Cardiff City record for the quickest goal ever inside the first minute, breaking a record that we actually set this season for Pedro Antonio in the Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen. He scored 13 seconds in with a goal which we've seen so many times before in this save. A goalkeeper dilly-dallying on the ball. It's happened to us a couple of times. It's happened to our opponents a few more times. It's just so silly. But McKennie made it 1-0 and Sessegnon made it 2-0. At that point, it was basically game over because we were just in control. Maria made it 3-0 a minute afterwards, and again, another goalkeeping error. To be fair, it was more of a poor back pass to get us the goal there, as he ended it straight into the path from Maria. And with 15 minutes to go, Carl Zelenya made it 4-0 in a very good, convincing win, which means that right now in the Premier League, as you can see, we do stay in 6th place due to results around us, where as you can see, the teams just aren't slipping up. Arsenal won 4-0, City scored a last-minute winner against Fulham in a 3-2 win there on Saturday. See Liverpool beat Huddersfield 5-0, and Chelsea lost to United, but they're so far ahead of us now. I don't know if it's going to matter either way. We're still in 6th. We've got 2 games in hand on the Reds and 1 game in hand on both City and Arsenal as well, but we're 6 points off 4th place right now with 6 games to go. We could still do it, but it's going to be very tight. And it could come down to the wire between all the teams outside of Manchester United. It's been a crazy season, and it's going to be a crazy ending as well. But anyway, second and final game. It doesn't need a second leg against Dynamo Kyiv, and after winning the first leg 3-0, the Ukrainian boys must score at least 3 times tonight. Otherwise, we are through to our first ever Europa League semi-final. And this is our team for game 4-2-3-1, and just like in Kiev, we're going to lower the tempo down and play this game at a walking pace in the first half. And this is our team. Henderson back in goal, back for Goncalves, Holding, João Carlos and Stefano, with the midfield duo being Ward-Prowse, McTominay. Attacking midfield trio Rabiota, who played so well in Ukraine on the left, Jason once again starting on the right-hand side, and Ben Woodburn, our advanced playmaker, supporting Pedro Antonio up top, so a much-changed side with the game against Norwich away at Carrow Road on the weekend. And our bench is Onana, Geordie, Davis, Ferguson, Alenia Sterling, and Maria as well. So taking charge tonight, leaving out Sessegnon, leaving out Odriozola, leaving out McKennie as well. But I feel confident. Let's get the job done and get through to the semis. Come on, you Bluebirds. So first highlight forwarding 23 minutes in. It's gone. Cowers plays a 1-2 with James Ward-Prowse, and a cross finds Stefano on the edge of the area, and the Italian rifles one into the side netting. If we get a goal in this first half, the tie's surely over. But I love seeing this though, and this is why I love this tiki-taka style of play. 68% possession in this first half, and you can bet your bottom dollar we've got a really high pass accuracy as well. So in games like this, yeah, 90% in the first half. It's Jason, oh, that would be magical, but it's just wide. 90% pass completion ratio in the first half. I love watching us keep holding the ball and just knock it around. It's so nice to see, even though you don't see it in the highlights, just knowing that your team are in control of the situation is a real luxury. As Gabriel Paulista is played back towards Kedziora, and the Ukrainians trying to get themselves one goal here in the first half just for the break to get, to put a bit of doubt into our minds heading into the second half here. Gonzalez into the number 9. And that's a ball which isn't cut out by Goncalves, and Yedlin is through, and that should have been 1-0. Instead, Helder recovered superbly there, and that's why Goncalves is in the team tonight. We need to make sure we stay tight defensively. He made the error, but he recovered for it superbly. Makes a big block, turns behind for a corner. Goal-saving challenge by Helder, and it's 0-0 at the break. Goncalves has got to be one of the best left-backs in the world at this point in the save, man. I've mentioned it so many times before. There is just such little downside to his game, and you might think he doesn't offer too much on the offensive end with just 9 crossing and 10 for dribbling, but as you see, he does chip in with a few assists every now and then. He can swing them in when he needs to, but he's just so strong, so tall, so quick. Physically, he's an absolute monster, and defensively, he's just a madman. What? £900,000. That's all Goncalves cost. So at the break, I think I'll leave things as they are. We're doing enough, say nothing to the boys. We're 45 minutes away from placing the semis. Free kick for Cardiff just after the restart, and as Rabiota is denied, oh, João Carlos has scored his first goal for the club, but I don't think he knew too much about it. It was Rabiota who flicked on the Ward-Prowse free kick, and as the goalkeeper clawed it off the line, Dynamo Kyiv tried to clear it inside the 6-yard area. It ricocheted off the Brazilian, and it just goes into the back of the net. Totally unintentional, but we won't forget it. It's Cardiff 1, Dynamo Kyiv 0, and that's surely us now into the semis. Gonzalez plays it long, and Isaac's success is in behind the back line and scores. And there is a goal for Dynamo Kyiv. Now they need 3 more on the night after that goal by João Carlos. They needed 3 anyway, but it's 1-1. And they've got themselves an away goal. And if they do come from behind and score these 3 away goals, they'll be going through on the away goal ruling. It's very unlikely, but Isaac's success does score, and the Ukrainians have a glimmer of hope. The Ultras setting off some flares in the away end, making some noise, trying to get their team going. But again, just the way we're playing this game right now, in control of things in possession and dominating the pass accuracy stat as well, we should be fine. And to take Goncalves off of Davis now. He's done his job tonight, and he can play on the weekend. I might also take off Jason for Ferguson. He's done okay out there. I think I'll leave him on for now. But I'll tell you what we're going to do is take off Ward-Prowse. We'll play Jason's deep line playmaker now. Because I said before, we're trying to phase this guy in to play in the middle of the pitch now, as he's too slow to play on the wing. Now that he's 31, soon to turn 32. So match experience for him playing central is he'll come and do JWP's role. Scott McTominay into Jason, our new CM duo. And as Ferguson off the bench takes over, he's going to cross-field it out wide towards Rabiota. And the Italian tackle will drop straight to Ben Davis. And Davis will cross. And Ferguson off the bench should have wrapped the tie up. Well, in the end, that is going to do it. We missed some chances towards the latter stage of the game, but despite drawing on the night, we are going to win the tie and advance to the semi-finals. 4-1 over 2 legs. We beat the Ukrainian side, and disappointed we couldn't win the game, but I will still say a good win, because over 2 legs, we did what we needed to do, and tonight as well, we were in control of things for the most part, despite giving Ajax success, that 1 goal to get back in the tie. So in the end, we go through, as do Lazio, as do Manchester City, and Hoffenheim on penalties as well. So it'll be either City, Lazio, or Hoffenheim in the semis. Yeah, I just don't want Manchester City. Hoffenheim or Lazio, neither would be easy ties for us. But, I mean, Larsen's already said who he wants. Larsen's already said he wants Hoffenheim. He's not holding back. He's not playing coy. No, he wants Hoffenheim. Well, I just don't want City. Hoffenheim or Lazio I'd prefer. Again, neither would be easy ties, but I just don't want Manchester City. So let's find out who we take on in the semi-final of the Europa League. We'll do the draw and then end the episode there. And after back-to-back wins and then a draw as well, no loss in 3 after 3 losses on the bounce. Let's find out who we've got in the Europa League semi-final. Oh, it's not going to be City or Hoffenheim, Henrik Larsson. It's going to be Lazio, the Italian side, in the semi-finals of the Europa League. First leg at home, second leg in Italy. And yeah, I'll take that. I just did not want City. But Lazio this season in 3rd in the Serie A, playing very well. They've got some very good players. Already got Valverde in their team. Let's see how good he is at this stage of the game. Wow, very decent defensive midfielder indeed. Very good all-round player there. They got Valverde. Anyone else I can see? Oh, that guy must be pretty decent. This is Siciliano, a new regen striker. Looks very good. 10 goals in 25 in the Serie A for Lazio with 17 composure and 18 off the ball. He'll be hard to watch. And, yeah, that's a... Oh, they've got Diego Jota on loan from someone as well. Manchester United as well. That's going to be a very even tie, that. That's going to be a very even tie. I'm glad we managed to avoid Manchester City, but it's still going to be a very, very tough tie indeed. Lazio in the Europa League, Lazio in the Europa League semi-final. Bring them on. It's going to be a very even tie and very tight indeed. But that was today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And your channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic evening. And I think we've got to come back for Wolves away in the first leg against Lazio at home, right? I think, yeah, that's the best way to do it. We'll do Wolves and then Lazio, and then probably it'll be the second leg and the Premier League final day against Huddersfield in the episode directly after that. Yeah, let's do that. Wolves away, Lazio home in the first leg, the Europa League semi-final. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all. Cardiff City have risen and managed to ride the storm, and now can we finish the season strong, finish in the top 4, and reach the Europa League final? Well, you'll find out very soon. Much love. I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Bye now.